The man accused of a fatal stabbing here in Southgate goes before a judge. I'm Lauren Edwards with the latest details in the case.
It's a tremendous loss, a great loss.
We will have the latest on the investigation into a massive explosion at a factory in Tennessee.
And we're starting to see a little bit more sunshine as we get deeper on into your afternoon, early evening. Skies do begin to clear out. We'll time out when we see 70s return to the forecast coming up.
Working for you. Fox 2 News at 6 starts now.
Hello and welcome to Fox 2 News at 6. I'm Dave Spencer.
And I'm Hillary Golston. Many of us have plans for another busy fall weekend, so we're wondering, what's it going to look like out there? Because that makes a difference, right?
Yeah, it certainly does. It's got that fall feel. So let's start out with the check for the forecast with Weather Authority Stephanie Mead. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, yeah, so it definitely felt like fall today. We did wake up to a bit of cloud cover, a few lighter sprinkles around, but for right now, we're starting to see a lot of that activity fade out, and we're starting to see maybe a few peaks of sunshine before the day is done. We officially have less than an hour of sunlight left. We have sunset times before 7 o'clock now, so those days are just getting shorter and shorter for us here. Sky Tracker seeing maybe a few lighter sprinkles around, a few light returns closer to the city. But I do think we are starting to wrap up our rain activity here. In fact, a lot of it is starting to push off towards the east. So anything out there right now is going to be the last of it. And moving forward, we see a lot of dry time, especially as we head through Sunday. So if you want to be outdoors doing any fun fall activities, tomorrow is definitely going to be your day. As we head through the rest of this evening, numbers will be falling through the 50s, and eventually there could be a few spots that bottom out in the mid to upper 40s. But here in the city, I do think we bottom out near 50 degrees. We'll see a cool night with some clouds around, but we also see a little bit of clearing as well. Now moving forward, I know a lot of us could use some rain. Unfortunately, as we look at the extended in terms of rain, it doesn't look like it arrives until next weekend. So we'll have timing on that, where our temps are headed in the forecast coming up. Hillary and Dave, over to you.
Stephanie, thank you. An update to a story that broke earlier this week. Charges today in a stabbing death at a downriver Kroger. Yeah,
but we're learning this isn't a murder. Fox 2's Lauren Edwards is live tonight for us. Lauren, unpack that. How are investigators saying that?
Hillary and Dave, I can tell you that the Kroger behind me here in Southgate, it's business as usual, but it was just days ago that Fox 2 was here reporting on a fatal stabbing that happened. But let's take a look at that scene that was here just days ago. Police and detectives searching around the Southgate Kroger on Fort Street. Now, prosecutors say on Tuesday, October 7th, 33-year-old Charles Hinton was working at the Kroger inside with tons of customers inside when Ramon Vasquez walked in and began punching him repeatedly. That's when police say Hinton pulled out a knife and stabbed Vasquez twice. Vasquez was then taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, Hinton remained here at the scene, and prosecutors say the two men knew of each other but never actually met in person. Today, Hinton was charged with one count of carrying a concealed weapon.
The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office at this time is not charging him with the death that resulted because of that stabbing, but he did have that knife concealed on or about his person, which is how these charges resulted. Given the nature of that incident, I believe that he should not possess any weapons, but as I said, you've already covered that.
Now, it's important to note that under Michigan law, individuals can use force, even deadly force, in cases where they are protecting themselves. But it's important to note that that is all that the prosecutors, or one of the main things that the prosecutors considered before giving charges. And he's expected to return to court for his preliminary hearing on October 31st. Reporting live here in Southgate, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
I imagine that at this store today, likely a lot of people, having heard what happened, feel somewhat uneasy. That's just sort of the way our community is. Have you had a chance to talk to anybody about just what happened and the feeling there?
Not yet. There's a number of people I have a list that I want to reach out to, and just going into and talking to customers saying, hey, how do you feel about it out here? But I can imagine that there might be some sort of trepidation, maybe not. We do not know. The only thing we know is that Hinton today was charged with carrying concealed weapon.
All right. And of course, as you said, we'll see more in this investigation. Certainly the prosecutor's office will be doing their own investigation alongside officials. Thank you so much, Lauren Edwards, live for us tonight.
There are no survivors in an explosion at a factory in Tennessee. At least 18 people are now presumed dead. The blast leveled an explosives plant in Centerville. That's about an hour west of Nashville. It was felt by people more than 15 miles away. Debris scattered for at least half a mile. The plant supplies and researches explosives for the military.
It's a tremendous loss, a great loss. It's not like working a accident. It's not like working a tornado. We're dealing with explosions. And I would say at this time we're dealing with remains.
Now, the cause of the explosion is still not known. Investigators say it's too early to rule out foul play.
In Pontiac, a man has died several days after he was hit while crossing the street. This is the 6th deadly pedestrian accident in that city just this year. It happened on Monday shortly after noon at Walton and Baldwin. The 82-year-old victim is now identified as Larry Howard, and he died yesterday. He was walking at a crosswalk when a 68-year-old man in a pickup apparently struck him. Police are still figuring out how this could happen.
Michigan State Police showing us once again why you should never try to run from them. The Eye in the Sky, also known as Trooper 2, helps police on the ground catch a carjacking suspect. The driver, seen here out of control, runs into a wall several times, bumping into other drivers along the way the whole time. Sparks could be seen flying from the vehicle. The hubcap flew off. Eventually, the person crashes into the wall on the Southfield Freeway, then decides to get out and run, hops a wall. The police run after him. He was running northbound in the southbound lanes, but finally officers with guns drawn got him to stop and placed him under arrest.
All right, so this is very important information. Detroit's fire department closing out Fire Prevention Week with a serious message about a certain type of battery. We're talking about lithium-ion batteries, which power everything from children's toys to cars to smartphones and a whole lot more. When they're damaged or not used properly, they can overheat, catch fire, or even explode. But no matter how a fire begins, your best safety method starts with preparation.
Fire can double itself every 30 seconds, so we're fighting against time. So you don't want to take time thinking like, oh, what am I supposed to do? It becomes second nature once you're actually doing it and you see why and how, and it's like, oh, wow, this can really be a problem if I don't know what to do in this situation.
And today's event was at Detroit's Kimony Rec Center, and it's the last of 3 safety presentations that were held by the city's fire department.